Something we were talking about in the YouTube RPG Brigade Facebook page was a coup de grace, or coupe de grace, whatever you want to call it, but coup de grace. It came up, and the example was you have a fighter who's sleeping, and an assassin comes up and puts a blade to his throat. How do you deal with that at high levels? For example, if the fighter has 100 hit points. I could care less about how many hit points they have. First of all, if I was ever going to do something like that in my game, then I'm probably doing it more for the role-playing reasons. The assassin's there to get information. The assassin is there to warn the player, hey, you guys need to back off of these guys, or whatever. I'm not doing it to hurt the player or kill the player. So I think you need to take that and turn it off right away. So then it comes down to the player. How do they react? Now, if the player's looking at his sheet and says, oh, I got 100 hit points, and this dagger is going to do a measly 1d4 or 1d6 or whatever your system is. I don't even care what the system is. You know, is his reaction going to be, oh, I got 100 hit points, I can handle this, and I'm within reach of my sword that does 1d10 damage, let's do this. You know, he's got the wrong mindset too. You know, I think that would be very stupid. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't allow something to avoid getting his throat cut or anything like that. I would probably, you know, he could do a strength check. He could grab the guy's arm and try to hold it away. He could do a dex check to move out of, like, somehow finagle his way out of it in some kind of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style roll through or something. You know, there's a lot of things that I would still allow, but I don't think that should be their go-to. I feel like they should try to use some cleverness in that situation. Like, oh, okay, who are you asking about? I don't know. Let me get to my bag and see. I got a letter. You know, something to get out of the throat, the knife to the throat situation would be good. So, you know, I think that's whatever. Now, regardless of, you know, human, elf, dwarf, how many hit points you have, whatever, a knife to the throat, if it cuts you, is going to mess you up, okay? And it's not going to kill you instantly. You're probably going to bleed out within a round or two, because once that goes, that's when I would start the round. I'd be like, okay, round has started, your throat's bleeding out. If you don't cover it, you're going to black out this round. If you cover it and get good pressure on it, you're probably going to black out next round or the round after. And then you're pretty much dead if you don't get medical attention within 4 rounds. So, you know, that's kind of how I would rule it. Or you get your throat slit, dude disappears, and your group wakes up to hear you gurgling on blood. You know, that might be how I would handle that. But ultimately, I guess the point is that it comes down to, if your character dies in that situation, it's the player's fault for their reaction. You know, there's consequences to every action. Someone's got you at gunpoint or knife point in a game, you should probably do what they say or give the illusion that you're doing what they say. So that's how I handle coup de grace in my games. I really think and encourage you to handle it that way in your games, because you really don't want your players to solve everything by fighting their way out of a situation. You know, you want to mix some roleplay into it, and I think that's the way to mix roleplay into it. You know, you don't want your players thinking they're invincible just because they're 6th level or 7th level. They're not invincible ever. So the minute they think they're invincible, your game's going to get dull. That's it. Rule of fun. Remember it. Go with it. Thanks. Bye.